Lariat moms across America have some great tips for a smooth transition back to school as well.
Concentrate on the positives, new school year, new teachers, new friends.
Start reminding them all the fun things about school and what they liked about school, because sometimes the kids, they don't want to go back to school. They're not really looking forward to it. So I try to, if you try to make it more positive and more fun, just so then they're looking forward to it.
We might go to the library. We definitely read a lot. So sometimes maybe if you had a play date with one of your child's schoolmates, that might help him get excited about going back to school.
School never stops at my house. He does stuff all summer so that going back to school isn't an issue.
I try to make sure they have all of their stuff that they need, the backpacks, the clothes, because this year they're going to have a new uniform, so clothes aren't that big of an issue, but, you know.
Getting ready in the morning for school is always a little difficult. I have 3 children, and of course they don't know where their socks are and things like that. So the first couple of weeks, I definitely at night we start a regimen of let's get what you're going to wear for school the next day, make sure you have socks because that's always a big one, and just making sure they have a good breakfast.
Practice reading. Lots of reading. We plan for weeks ahead that school's coming and we're finishing up with camps and we get a new backpack and buy school supplies and line them all up and a few new clothes, but we don't want to buy all new clothes because we want to make sure what all the other kids are wearing.
Well, that's an idea. I'm going to try that. Once you're ready to buy all of that back to school gear, I've got a way you can go green, give back, and get all of your supplies right from your own home. Okay, so we know that it's important to go green, but we also know that for those of us who are just good enough mothers that, you know, we don't want to have to do everything different in our whole lives and spend a whole bunch of money to try to make a difference. You know, you can make a difference in your own world, in your own way, and sometimes it can be just a little bit of a difference, like a little change. And so one of the things that Casey and Cole are going to go back to school with this year are some green products. We found these really cool pencils. They're by this company called Oban, and they're made from recycled products. It says made from newspaper using patented rolled-on method. So these are actually made from newspaper.
And they're non-toxic.
They're non-toxic, and
Here, it says all
they're
over
not expensive. Casey, do you like those?
Yeah.
Alligator. This is newspaper.
Oh my gosh, you can see the letters of newspaper. Do you see the big letters, audience?
Oh my gosh. Now that is cool. These pencils are made from recycled newspaper. Casey just showed me something very interesting. That's actual newspaper. And these were actually the shavings that she was sharpening the pencils. That same company also makes these really cool folders. Cole, can you see that? Check it out. Cool, right? Look at this. Tiger on the inside. And this one is a parrot.
Very pretty colors.
Right. You know what I like about these? Actually, do you like them because they're more substantial? They're firm, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
And they don't look like they break easily.
Yeah, they don't look like they break easily. This is by a company called EcoPaper, and their website is ecopaper.com. Now, the interesting thing about this, it's not like your traditional paper processing. They actually take paper that has been used before, so they're recycling paper, but they're also mixing it with the waste products from bananas. And the same thing with this, they're mixing it with the waste product from mangoes, and they do coffee paper and all these other things.
And even though it has these marks inside, it doesn't really matter because it's still the same paper. It's still paper, and you still can write on it.
And how do you feel?
Not a big deal.
How do you know that that they cut down less trees? They didn't cut down any trees for that. How does that make you feel?
That's like big news.